Hey everybody, welcome back to my blog for today. Today's Wednesday, that means it's another episode of Whisper Wednesday. I have 4 or 5 posts picked out to talk about. I think they're of relevance to some stuff that I'm going through and just other interesting posts that I wanted to talk about. Some of them I can relate to, some of them are just, like I said, something to talk about. So getting right into it, this one I can kind of relate to, and this one says, after a year of committing to therapy, I feel so much healthier mentally and emotionally than I did before. I feel stable for the first time in my life. The comments, 2 comments that showed up at the top of the list was, that's wonderful, keep up the good work, and then somebody said, that's great, love. I agree with them. I think that's amazing. As far as mental health goes and emotional health goes, I mean, you can really run into some situations that could damage both of those things. So I'm glad to see that this person got help and that they benefited from this help. I think that's, paramount to your feeling better mentally and emotionally is getting counseling. And the reason why I think it applies, or I can relate to it rather, is because I'm actually going to 2 different places to get counseling now. I go to the one place I've been going to for years, and I just started going to a new place so I can get more counseling. Little side note, tomorrow I'm going to tell a story about what happened that day that I went to counseling at a different place. It was a disaster, but I'm saving that story for tomorrow. Point being is I'm really trying to work hard at becoming and feeling more stable as far as my mental health goes. It's very difficult. It's a bumpy road, but I feel like if I keep trying to improve myself and keep going to counseling, I think I'll get there eventually. Because I said that right now I wouldn't say that I'm stable mentally. I'm still having issues with delusional thoughts and things like that, paranoia. So I'm still trying to work on that stuff. But I think this is great for this person. I'm happy for them, and I hope that I can say the same thing soon. So that was the first post. Now this one I can relate to. This one says, dropping out of college was literally the best decision I ever made. And somebody posted and they said, same university, at least I currently take classes for community college for IT, but getting a degree, I think I'm going to look into trade school next. There's another comment there that I'm not going to read just for the sake of time, but I was actually going to ITT Tech. I'm not sure how many of you out there are familiar with the school, but I went there for about maybe a month or 2, and I started hearing some bad things about them, so I stopped going. And lo and behold, the school actually ended up shutting down because of them basically pressuring people into getting loans and going to school there when they're not an accredited school. So all the classes you take don't count for anything. Like you wouldn't be able to take credit you got at ITT Tech and transfer it to another school. That was another big issue as far as ITT Tech goes. So once I got wind of that, I just up and left. Funny thing is too is I got a scam call the other day. Somebody saying that they went through my file and they see that I still have student loans I need to pay. I paid my student loans off like a year or 2 ago, probably 2 years. So I don't know what the heck they were trying to accomplish by saying, "Oh, we pulled your record and you still have student loans left to pay, and we can help you pay it." It's like, nice try. I don't have any student loans. I've got it filed away that in my files somewhere that I paid everything in full because they took it out of my monthly check. They took the money. They basically garnished my wages until the student loan was paid in full. So so that really kind of annoyed me, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna even entertain the thought of calling those people back and saying that I haven't or that I have paid off my student loans. So the next one I feel is kind of silly. I can't say too much because I'm like this with certain words, and this post has to do with the way people speak. And it says, when someone uses the phrase bro, bruh, or brah, any form, I lose respect and never speak to them again. And then somebody left a comment that just said bruh, which I thought was funny. And then somebody else left a comment that says childish. I agree it is, but I'm also one of the people who, when people started saying, oh, that's lit, this is lit, oh, it's going to be lit, I couldn't stand it. I just didn't want to hear the word lit. And that, and when people used to say YOLO, it used to drive me nuts. Lit and YOLO were two words that just I didn't want to hear, just because I thought they were kind of douchey and corny. But that's me. It might be my age. I don't know. That's something younger kids say, and that's how they talk. But it's it's not for me. But I'm not gonna stop talking to somebody if they speak that way, like this person said they would. So this one is one that makes me happy to see. It says, after years of struggling with my food addiction, I've been able to go from 291 pounds to 258 pounds and still counting. Now that's great. I think that's great. A lot of people don't see they don't see obesity as being an issue. Some people, some guys are into heavier women. That's up to them. My personal thought on it is that it's just not healthy, and I tend to gravitate towards girls who are more involved in fitness. Just because I just find that, say what you will, but I'm not a big guy. I can't handle too much. I go for the smaller girls, the petite ones, just because, I've been with women who are on the heavier side, and it just wasn't, there was no spark there was no nothing. Those are my personal feelings. I hope you guys don't change your view on it. It's just preference. And I like to see stuff like this. I like to see that people are being healthier and losing weight so they can be healthier. That's a great thing. Food addiction is a tough one. I obviously I can attest to that as far as being an addict. I'm a recovering addict, so I can understand. People can get addicted to food just as easily as they can to drugs. Some people just eat like uncontrollable amounts of food, and it's not good for them. Myself, I'm trying to live a healthier way. I'm working on that now, and it's difficult to change your diet, especially given with the budget that I have to work with. I mentioned that before. But I just think it's great seeing people working on getting into better shape. It's healthier for them. They'll feel better about themselves, and it's just something that they can be proud and say they accomplished, which I'm all for that. But that's just, I wish I could lose some weight. Honestly, I'm overweight for my size. I'm only 5'9", and I weigh about like 183. Usually when I was younger, I was around 165. Yeah, it's around like 165 when I was younger, and I was working out more. So I'm trying to get back down to that. But I've been debating on going to my gym. The gym reopened, but I'm still worried about catching COVID. I think they're open in a limited capacity anyways. So, you got to worry about stuff when you go to the gym. You got to worry about, this is without COVID. You got to worry about people wiping down the machines just to keep everything sanitized. And you throw COVID into that, and now they really got to sanitize things and make sure everything's clean so nobody gets sick. So I'm just kind of on the fence about going back to my gym. I am paying for the membership, so I will be back at some point. I'm not just gonna, throw away a monthly fee and not use the gym. That would be silly of me to do that. But I definitely need to work on my cardio. I do body weight exercises at home. I think I'm going to kind of slowly get back into going to the gym by just going back and doing some cardio. I definitely need to do the cardio. Like I said, I'm trying to lose weight myself. I don't want to be like as thin as a rail, but I definitely need to get into better shape. And seeing this kind of motivates me with this post about going from 291 to 258. Now that's impressive. That's a decent amount of weight this person lost, and I applaud them for that. So that's, I guess I can kind of relate to it because of, like I said, me wanting to lose weight as well. So that's just a good thing. It's a good thing all the way around. There's nothing wrong with being healthy, and there's also nothing wrong with being comfortable with who you are. If you're overweight and you don't see an issue with that, that's fine too. It's your life. You live it the way you want to. Just some people, working out's just not something that they want to get involved with for numerous reasons. And, these people, I'm sure they accept the way they are, and they have no issues with their weight. Unless it's like, we're talking like morbidly obese people, then that's obviously not good. Like the people you see on, what was that show, My 600-Pound Life? Now that's bad. That's really bad. People like that need serious help. And it's a shame. When I watched the show, I felt bad for them. Just because of the way they had to live their life, because of how much they weighed. They couldn't get off the bed, or barely could get off their bed. I mean, I've seen episodes of, I can't remember which show it was. It might have been My 600-Pound Life. I can't remember, but they had to take the whole side of the house out and lift the person up with like a forklift to get them out. That's something you don't want to let, get out of control and get to that situation. That's just not good. I'm a fitness-oriented person, so that's why whenever I see people, working on losing weight and becoming healthier, I get, it makes me happy. Little sidebar here. I used to, I took the class and everything. I used to be a certified personal trainer. I had a tough time finding work with that, even with having gone to school for it. Well, I took the classes at home online, but I used to be certified in personal training. So, and I used to work out like crazy when I was younger, and I wish I would have never stopped working out. So I got to kind of start over, which is tough. I never used to do cardio when I worked out. I just used weights. I don't know why I never did cardio. I just didn't like it. That and I've got asthma, so that kind of, makes things difficult. I don't have an inhaler or anything like that. I probably should have one because of it, but I don't. And it's something I should talk to my doctor about. I got to talk to my doctor about a few other things too, so that's on the list as well. So anyhow, I went over my time a little bit, so I was trying to keep it like usual around 10 minutes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you have to say in the comment section, if anything. You can leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to hit subscribe as well. And hit the notification bell so you get reminded of when I post new vlogs. And that's going to be it for me for today. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.